Game Al.
Hello everyone, Big Game Al, Planet Retro. Pickups episode 19. And what a pickups we got for you this week. Got me NES cartridge t-shirt on. Because this is a epic NES pickup I got here. Joined by the Puddy Cat. Attacking me. She's there in the background. Right. If you hadn't known, or haven't seen my last episode, I was teasing a massive NES bundle that I was bidding on. Won 17 games. Only 16 have turned up so far. I was holding it out to hope the postman was going to bring it today, but he never. Because he could only send 15 in a box, and then he sent 2 separate parcels to bring the price down of postage. So I've managed to get 16 of the 17. So one of them will be on another pickups video. But he's also listed up a load more games. And he's got a few more that I'm after. So next week might be another full-on NES episode. But first up, if you've been watching my channel, I've been doing some live streams. And I've picked up a camera on this thing. 196-in-1 cartridge for the Mega Drive. Dodgy fake one with the old chunk missing out the corner. But this has got a few Japanese shooters on it. It was recommended to me by Eddie Rollercore to try out the Japanese shooters that are on it, and I've been live streaming them, playing a bit of this. So if you don't watch my channel, or you don't put a bell on there, you won't know when I've gone live. While we've all been off, I've been doing a bit of live streaming. So that was my first pickup. That come all the way from China. Give it a good scrub first before I touched it. But yeah, that come from China. It was only £9. If anyone is interested in it, drop a comment down below and I'll send Eddie to give you the link to it. But it took nearly a month to get here, so it takes a while. Right. I'm going to do these in the order of what I paid for them, so they should get better as we go along. All NES. Nothing but NES. 16 NES games. First up, one I'm finally happy to get in the collection because I keep ordering this from CEX and they don't send me the right game. And that's Pinball. Black label. What does it say? It's a pinball game. But it's quite tricky to get hold of. And normally quite expensive. If you look for this on eBay, you're looking 25, 30, 40 quid sometimes just for the cartridge. CEX sell it for a tenner. I got it less than that. So that was the first one. Second one, one that I had on CEX Roulette. And again, they sent me an American copy. So I bid on this again, cheaper than CEX prices. Spider-Man. Return of the Sinister Six. And I've played it, and it's not great. If you're not going for a full set, don't bother getting this game. It is really bad. All around the cartridges. These are all in mint condition. I think this was a collector or Adam who's been selling his whole collection. And they all come in slip covers. Even if you put the slip covers around the wrong way. Yeah, so that's 2 out of the way. The third one is not part of the UK set, but I had 3 Aussie games, 3 Aussie exclusives on there on my list, and I'd already bought one of them. So once you buy one, you've got to buy them all. So I've got Volleyball. Again, the old black label, original games. And I had a go on this, and it's bad. It's just something about these sports games back on the NES. I'm just no good at them. It's probably worse than tennis. Well, no, saying that, I managed to hit the ball up in the air and just no one else can knock it over the net. So every time they hit it at me, they get a point, whether I try or not. But don't know if you can see, but it's a GRB, which I thought meant Great Britain, but obviously don't. GRB, GBR. This one, not GRB, GBR. Well, that's volleyball. Next up is the second NES game that I ordered in that CEX roulette that also come American. And that is Firehawk. Again, Codemasters game. Dodgy black cartridge. People say these are not classed as the official releases, but they're on my list. Not really much more to say about it. It's like a shooting helicopter game. Like, if stuff come at you from the top, you just shoot at them. Or was that MiG? I can't remember. Anyway, I played it for a bit. It weren't all that. But it's ticked off the list. Another original black label one. This one just seemed a bit weird. I don't know what you were meant to be doing on it. It literally just went up, smashing ice. And if you don't know what that is, it's Ice Climber. It's probably a bit like Donkey Kong without barrels rolling down at you. You just got to try and get to the top. There's a bonus level in the middle. I don't know what you was meant to do on that, but I didn't do very well on it. And you've got things that come out and they come across the screen and try and attack you. So you just got to smash through the ice above you as quick as possible and get to the top. I didn't play it for very long because I had a lot to test that day. Seemed alright. I'll have another go on it. Ice Climber. Now next up is a game that I love. And if you've been coming in my live streams, you'd know that I've played this game. And I'm getting pretty good at it now. Not gonna lie. It is a hard game, but I'm getting the hang of it. And pop along and I'll probably play it a bit more. And that's Gunsmoke. Just like it's a Capcom game, so nice, good. You're basically a cowboy, you're going up, all these people are coming down and across the screen at you, and your gun. You use the left hand shot to fire left, the right hand shot fires right, and if you press them both in together, you fire forward. So it takes a little bit of getting used to. But it was, it's pretty good. I think I figured out what you got to do now. I think you got to buy the reward thing that you earn enough money from shooting people and collecting. They drop little bags of money, and then there's like a couple of people that sell you stuff, and I'm sure you go to one of them and you buy a reward thing. I bought it, but it still carried on the level, but I think you've got to get so far after getting that and it unlocks the next level. I'll have to have another go on it because, like I say, I've been really enjoying it. All in nice condition. So yeah, if you're out there and you're looking for a good NES game to play and don't want to pay too much for it, pick up Gunsmoke. What did this cost? This only cost me £17 on eBay. I think it's about 20 or 25 in CEX to buy. It's not an expensive game, but you'll have loads of fun playing it. I'll put the cover. One smoke. Right. Another Codemasters game. Hold it up the right way. MiG-29. Soviet fighter. I think this was the one, not the fighter one. I'm sure this was the one. It's a vertical shooter. And I think it was pretty hard. I'll have to have another go on it because I do like my vertical shooters. And I can't remember if it was this one or whether it was Firehawk. Put it down in the comments down below. Or if you're watching this live as the premiere. Because if you don't know, I premiere my Tuesday videos. So if you are watching this and you didn't know, pop along 6 PM every Tuesday. Join in a live chat with us. Have a bit of a laugh with us, have a joke. Good laugh in the comments, good friendly people. Get me a few regulars. We just have a good chat. It's nice to interact with people, especially like when you've got a social distance. So pop along. Right, and this one, as I said earlier, there was 3 Australian ones. And this is the 3rd one. Guardian Legend. Again, it's another shooter. I didn't know. You couldn't tell by looking at the front of it. I thought it was like some RPG thing or something. But no. It's a shooter game. Shoot 'em up. Shoot 'em up. And this is really hard, this one. But I was really getting into it. But I'll say, I literally had to test all of these games just to make sure they worked. So I never really got much time to play them. But another Black Label one. But again, not part of the official UK set or a PAL A set, but good to have in the collection. And we're on that list. Right, now we're getting into the juicy titles. Next up is a game I've been after for a while. Could never find it at a decent price. It wasn't. I would say it was never in stock in CX, but it was rarely in stock in CX. And when I have seen it on there, I've either not had the money to buy it or someone snapped it up before I could. It's another Capcom game. It's a Disney game. Darkwing Duck. This is a good platform style game. And I didn't get very far on it. I think I got to the first boss and he killed me. All these barrels dropped from the ceiling and stuff. Kept landing on my head. But it's pretty good. Been after it for a while, just wouldn't pay out the money. On eBay again, this was going for 30, 40 quid. And I paid just over £20. £20 and 8p. £20 and 8p for Darkwing Duck. I mean, it's only 22 in CEX. Plus the £2 postage now on top. But they never had it in stock, and you never know what condition it's going to come in. So I always prefer to buy NES games off of eBay. I know a lot of people don't like eBay. But I think it's great. If you know what you're looking for and you don't overpay, I mean, if you're going on there and looking at the buy it nows, they're normally all overpriced. But if you go on there and look for the auctions, you can normally get a pretty good bargain. So jump on there and have a look. Help out these people that have got no money at the moment. Because I don't know whether this guy was just poor or, I don't know, must have had some bad news. Might have got laid off from his job and just needed to make some money, but it's hard times out there for collectors. But if you have got the money, there's some bargains to be had at the moment. So get yourself on eBay and have a look, help some people out and help yourself out. Next game. One I've been playing again, because people have asked me to play it on the streams. Pop along. I'll take requests. If anyone asks, when I got the NES on, I've been playing a bit of, what did I play? Punch Out the other day. And I played this game. Ghosts and Goblins. Pretty good platform game. But 2 hits and you're dead. If you haven't got this game, you need it. Just don't give up the knife. You need the knife. The throwing knife is what you need. Do not get the stupid thing that I got, what throws fire on the ground, because when you're going after the birds and stuff, what flying through the air, they don't get them. Just keep holding that knife. But it's pretty good. Those are like zombie things come up from the ground and try and kill you. And some little monster things that come across. I think they're supposed to be like ghost goblin things, I don't know what they are. Little green zombie things. But pretty good, and I'm glad I got it in the collection. Right. Now we're getting on to the bigger stuff. And I don't really know what to say about this one. But Super Turrican. You all know what this is, don't you? If you don't, go and play it. I've got Turrican and Mega Turrican on the Mega Drive. And now I've got Super Turrican. Platform style game. Upgrade your weapons as you go along. What more is there to say about it? Super Turrican. If you ain't got it, go and get it. Right, that was all the so-called cheap games out the way. The game that hasn't come would have been next, but it's not here. But now we're on to the ones they've all come to see. The big hitters. The big hitters. And as I said, there were 16 to show you. 5 have already got, 11's already gone. 5 left. 5 games. And when you're starting them 5 games with Pro Protector 2, you know the rest are good. Pro Protector 2, Return of the Evil Forces. I put this on and I played it for about 10 minutes and it was hard as anything. But it's great fun. But it is really hard. It's a platform Metroidvania style game. I'm pretty sure it's this one. This is Contra. Is it this or Turrican? It's one of them two. But they're both pretty much the same games. You play as a robot and you kill enemies. But it's hard. And to be honest with you, once I finish this video, I'm probably going to put it on again and have another game because I really enjoyed it. In fact, I'm going to leave it to one side because that's what I will be doing. I'll be playing this afterwards. Just to try and get better at it. Next up, most expensive Donkey Kong game. Answer in the comment. Come on, let's wait. Who knows what this is? Put your answers in yet? Right, you must have answered by now. This was the most expensive NES game on CX's website, but it's come down since. It's now £60 game on there. Donkey Kong. Maths, Donkey Kong Junior Maths. And to be fair, it's not a bad game. I know it was designed for kids in schools to learn maths, but it's pretty good. You played Donkey Kong Junior where you climb the vines and stuff. It's pretty much like that, but you get numbers. And you add up the certain numbers to make the answers to some, like they put sums up there and you got to get the numbers that match them, sort of thing. It's pretty good. And very educational. This is part of the education series. I don't quite know. I'll have to have a look what other games are part of the education series. I think this might be the only one. I'm sure there's others. But it's pretty good. If you've got kids out there and you want them to learn maths, they'll be playing the games and won't even know that they're learning. Right. That's them out of the way. All of them I'd say are pretty easy to get hold of. These next three are not. First up, an acclaimed game. You wouldn't think this was an expensive game. It's a Simpsons game. Bartman meets Radioactive Man. And it's a Poway. Now people order this. I know the Nameless Gamer kept ordering it from CX and he kept getting the USA version. I'm sure he just got the same game over and over again. Because this is always available in CX. There's one copy on there. I think it's still on there now. Don't order it. You'll get the USA version and you have to take it back. This game, to get Poway, is expensive. And if I'm honest with you, I wouldn't bother because it's absolute garbage. The graphics on it are shocking, the gameplay's terrible. But then you notice that from these sort of games, they're just, because they were made limited numbers, because they're probably late in the lifespan of the system. You just can't get hold of them. Millions of copies in America. You'll easily get hold of a USA copy, but you can't play it on your PAL system. So if you want a PAL A one, get your wallet ready. Right, I've not looked at the cover of this yet, but I said a minute ago about Donkey Kong being the only educational one that I know of. Oh, it doesn't say educational on it, but this is an educational game. And this one has been a really tricky one for the Nameless Gamer. In fact, the last 2 games I've got here are the last 2 games that he needed. And this one was the absolute last game that he needed. So I'm really happy to add into my collection, even though I can't play the thing. Miracle Piano. And it is the... Is it going to show up? The UKV. Doesn't want to focus. But I can assure you it is the UKV. It is the NES/9M/UKV. And I can't play it because I haven't got a keyboard. So if anyone's got a keyboard out there and don't want it, let me know, because I'll be interested. Probably not that I'm going to play it, but it would just be nice to have. So if anyone out there in the community has got a keyboard for Miracle Piano, or just Miracle as it's known on top, because they don't bother putting the piano on there. It's actually called the Miracle Piano Teaching System. The game, although it's known as Miracle Piano, I think it's just called Miracle. And I am really happy to add this one to the collection. So again, if you've got the piano, let me know. We'll sort out some sort of deal. Because it would be nice just to be able to play it if I wanted to. If not, I'm sure the piano will look nice on one of these shelves up above me. Right. The last game. What can beat Miracle Piano, you're all asking? Now, I probably could have completed the whole set without having to fork out £100 for any game. Until I got to this one. I was nearly there. Every game I showed you so far today has cost me less than 100 apart from this one. And this is another game that I can't play. Well, I can. Just, it's not good without a certain accessory. So again, I'll be asking if anyone has one for sale. Stack up. And as you can see, it requires a little thing called Rob. It's a robot series game. If anyone has Rob the Robot, or if anyone has the bricks for this, because I don't have the bricks either, please let me know. We'll sort out some sort of deal, because you can play this game, it's just I don't have a clue what you're doing. You're literally just jumping on little blocks. So without Rob to play it with, and without the actual stack up blocks, this game is pretty much worthless, although it's really expensive. And like I said, I nearly got the set for not paying more than £100 for a game, but this cost me £102. So nearly. Was so close to getting it all for less than 100. Because the ones I got left, probably gonna. I think the most expensive one I think is Bucky OL, which is about 50 quid. Other than that, the rest, there's even a couple under a tenner I haven't got yet. But with the games I'm looking at now in front of me for another pickups video, which I've ordered, and a couple more coming, I should be down to 16 or 17. 16 or 17 games. And like I say, the guy who I bought all these off has got some more on there, so it could be down to single figures next week. We're hoping. Depending on what sort of price they go for, because I won't pay more than I want for certain games. The only three that didn't really have a set price range were them. And this one actually got me into making the local retro community news, because they said it's a very rare game that never comes out on auction. So I've set the benchmark of what this game is worth. So now whoever's got this can guarantee themselves to get at least £102 for it. They said they can't remember the last time that stack up come up on auction. In fact, it don't even come up on Buy It Now. I think the nameless gamer had to get his from America. But just show you. It's not focusing. Get me it out of the way. Don't want to focus. No, it doesn't say USA on it though. It says GBR. So that's all my pickups. Epic NES pickups. And I don't think you can get many more epic than that unless someone's picked up the whole set in one go. So let's just go on to a couple of things I want to talk about before we end this. If you have stuck around to the end, thank you. I had 3 mentions on my channel this week. There may have been more. If I've forgot anyone, I do apologise. But all the channels that I'm going to mention here, I'm going to put links to all their channels down in the description. So I'll give you plenty to watch if you're still stuck indoors. So first up, the 3 channels that are giving me a mention this week and give me a shout out, I'm really, really grateful for this. Was first up, Alex Blue Tonic, all the way from sunny America. I think he's over in California. If you don't know him, you need to go and check him out. He's a British guy that moved over there, so he's just like us. And his knowledge on games is brilliant. And he comes out with some good stories, so go and check him out. Secondly, it's another guy that loves the Sega. Massive Mega Drive fan. And I'm sure he appreciates my Mega Drive wall. But it's not as displayed as good as his one. If you don't know who that is. That's Scott Brand. SEGA Zombie. Blue Spine. And he's been picking up some massive Mega Drive hitters lately. So if you do like Mega Drive pickups, because obviously you ain't going to see any on this channel anymore. I'll put a link to his channel in the description, but I think he's just gone over 800 subs, so I'm sure all of you already subbed to him. So Scott Brand, SEGA Zombie. Again, massive thanks for the shout out, mate. Really appreciate it. And third up is a guy that I was lucky enough to meet at Donny. Really, really nice guy. And I've got some loose discs, so right over there. If we do ever get to an event again, which I'm sure we will at some point, I'll bring these loose discs and you can have a look through them, see if there's any you need. Because I don't think there's many people out there that collect loose discs, and I know you're one of them. And that is Pete Fighter 2. Pete. Again, fantastic channel. Go and check him out. Really, really genuine nice guy. Always helps out smaller channels when they're coming through. So please, go and give him a sub as well. He needs more subs than he's on. Pete Fighter 2. Right, again, all 3 of them will be in the description below. So as I've been mentioning about live streams, you YouTube's being funny at the moment. It's not showing people's live streams when they go live. Even if you click on their channel, it doesn't show that they're live. You have to actually go to all their videos to see them, like their homepage on it. So, if you do want to watch people go live, if you put the bell on, it tells you when they go live. Because you won't get no other notification otherwise. It's only from the bell notifications people are knowing that they're going live. And myself, I go live now and again, but there's two guys' channels that I go on. And I quite often jump on their live streams. Two really, really genuine guys. Brilliant to chat to. The first one is GameboysAreAwesome. Kieran's channel, GameboysAreAwesome. Again, brilliant guy. He goes live more than anyone. If you want to watch live streams and someone who interacts with his fans, that's the guy you need to watch. He's been doing live streams for years. I'm always chatting in the comments. And recently I've been going on with him. The second one, who also normally jumps on GameboysAreAwesome's videos, is Kevin Wolford123. He goes live every now and again. And again, I've been on his channel a couple of times live just chatting with him. Although they probably don't know what I'm talking about because I'm normally like 5 seconds behind them. Or dropping out and cutting out. But yeah, it's really good to get on there and chat with them. Two brilliant guys. And the third one is a guy who does 2 live streams a day. Don't know how he's doing it at the moment. He does a Championship Manager one at 12 o'clock till 1:30 every day for 90 minutes, as you know, football. Just to give everyone our football fix for the day. And he's been going live at 8 o'clock every night. And he has a couple of guests on each night. And you never know, you might see me on there, one of them. You have to tune into his channel and check it out. And that's Danester. Really, really nice guy. And these live streams he's doing is brilliant for the community. Just getting everyone involved. It gives us something to look forward to, something to do. So it's really good fun. Because obviously you get everyone coming in there in the comments. We can all have a chat in there as well as watching what they're saying. And if you do love football, come and watch his Championship Manager streams, because we just go in there and we're talking about football and checking out teams. And if you tell him who you support, he'll go on that team and check it out. So again, Danester, I'll put all of these in the description below. And I want to give out 2 shout-outs myself. The first channel, really top guy. Really puts a lot of work into his videos. Not like me where I just record this and stick the rubbish out. He puts a lot of effort into his. And he also comes on the live streams. He's been on with Kieran and Kev's streams with me. And he even come into one of mine for a minute, even though his internet weren't very good and it kicked him out after about 5 minutes, but he still come on. He's the only guest I've had. And that's Griffo's Retro Gaming. Good old Griffo, Alex Griffo. Griffo's Retro Gaming. As everyone comes back with their shopping. And the last channel is a channel I've been watching lately, mainly because of Danester keeps giving him a shout out in his live streams. And that is GameZone Birdroom. Brilliant intro to his channel. So if you don't watch them 2 channels, again, links in the description, go and check them out. Tell them Big Game Owl Planet Retro sent you over. And that's it. So I hope you really enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, see you next Tuesday.
I gave you my heart.